Good afternoon today. It's August 27th, 2020. I'm going to take you for a short ride. We're starting at Riley and 160th in Park Township, Holland, Michigan. And we're going to run down what I think is a really pretty bike path here. I'm going to be riding my Himiway electric bike, fat tires and all. And we're going to run down 160th all the way to Lakeshore and then run that out to the state park. And we're going to see the beach. Okay, across the road here. This is that trail along 160th. I'm going to start at pass level 2. Just for a little FYI, I've got my bike set up with pass levels, which are pedal assist levels, from 0 to 7. 0, you have no throttle, no pedal assist. 7, of course, you have full power. Right now I'm running on pass level 2, gear 6, and I love this path because it's just a nice windy path, very small ups and downs. I wish there was a little bit more ups and downs. I'll show you another trail in a future video. It has lots more ups and downs and it's more enjoyable. But I love the look of this. It's brand new, practically brand new asphalt, nice and wide, 6 feet wide. You have plenty of room for people out walking, bike riders, and it's just a gorgeous little section of trail. So I love coming down this way. In the woods to the right of me here, there is what's called Riley Trails, and they've got mountain biking trails and hiking trails and all kinds of stuff in a big plot of land. Maybe in a future video we'll get a chance to go through those as well. Haven't really been through those yet, so it'll be an interesting video. So a little backstory to the Himiway bike. This spring every couple years I'd been looking at electric bikes, just trying to get the feel for where the technology was and what was going on with them. So this spring I was watching a bunch of videos, and my wife was watching them with me because, she had to. And after a couple weeks of researching and looking at stuff and trying to understand what was what, afternoon, I told my wife one day, I said, well, maybe one of these days I'll try to convince you to let me buy an e-bike. And she says, well, maybe one of these days I'll let you buy an e-bike and get me one too, because they look pretty cool. And that's how all this started. And through my research, I looked at a bunch of different bikes. But one of the things that was key to me, or a couple of things that were key to me, the features I was looking for, is I needed a nice, large motor. Because I'm a big guy. I'm 6'3" and 275 pounds. And I wanted at least a 1 horsepower or 750 watt motor to push me along, get me up over hills, that kind of thing. I had a mountain bike before, but the longest ride I ever took on that was maybe 7 miles, and that pretty much wiped me out for the day. It was an old bike. I'm sure the bearings weren't very good in it. And so that's what I started looking for, something with a big motor. I also wanted a decent sized battery, so my wife and I could range either north up to the next town, which is Grand Haven, or south down to Saugatuck. Both are nice little towns that got boardwalks and restaurants and all kinds of stuff to do, so I thought that'd be a pretty cool thing. And that's what kind of led me to hone in on the Himiway, because it had a 17.5 amp hour battery to go along with the 750 watt rear motor. and it's a class 2 bike. It can be unlocked to a class 3. Check both ways. Crossing James Streets there. It can be unlocked to a class 3 bike, which basically means the throttle can take it up to 28, 30 miles an hour. Some people have gotten even faster than that depending on their size and the terrain. But these bikes come out of the box limited to 22, 23 miles an hour, and they're considered class 2. So you should be able to ride them on most bike paths in the US that I'm aware of. A little bump coming here. So eventually we settled in, we talked about it, and we decided that the Himiway at $1,350 a bike was definitely the way to go. It gave us more power, a bigger motor, longer range, and it was for a pretty reasonable price. I mean, at this class of bike, it really does, it's hard to beat. So we decided that's the way we wanted to go. So on May 23rd, we ordered the bike. Now they were a pre-order, and I knew that it was going to be a while before they came, so I wasn't too stressed about that part, but they figured it would take 4 to 6 weeks at that time. Turns out by the time we got it, we got the shipping notice from UPS on July 10th. So that was, just 6 weeks right there. And then UPS took another 2 weeks to get the bike to the house, and they showed up July 27th. By the time I got them assembled, it was August 1st, and that's when we started taking our first rides in earnest. Got another road here, we're at Lakewood Boulevard. Traffic is clear for me. And since then, the first day we took it out, we rode, I want to say it was 37 miles in a couple of trips. We took the first trip out in the morning for 16 miles, then came back and did another 16 or 17, and then came back and did another 20 in the afternoon. So 37 miles compared to the 7 miles I was riding before. Now I realize the motor's doing a lot of the work, but you're still sitting on the bike for 2 or 3 hours pedaling up and down. Whether it's easy or hard, that's still some working. So since in the last 2 or 3.5 weeks, I've definitely felt my legs are getting stronger, my core's getting stronger. I've even felt some improvements in my arms, which is pretty interesting. Cardio's come up some, so I'm not breathing as hard as much anymore, which is always nice. So I'm really happy. My wife and I are really enjoying it. We go out every night, we ride 15, 16, 17 miles, about an hour's worth of riding, different areas, different directions in Holland, and we're just enjoying the heck out of it. So, well worth the money in my mind. After we purchased the Himiways and we got them, after riding for a little bit, we started doing upgrades. Started buying seats and seat posts, and I raised up the handlebars on both bikes, mine a little bit more than my wife's, just so we can get a little bit more upright sitting position. So the bikes are extremely comfortable to ride. I love when you need a little extra power, just goose the throttle. Most of the time we ride about 15 miles an hour, 16 miles an hour, and then on the way home we'll kick it up to 18 or something. Just depends on what kind of mood we were in. A lot of times that last bit home, we really crank it up. Okay, now we're coming down to Ottawa Beach Road. We're gonna go over the little bridge here, take a right, and this is gonna take us along Ottawa Beach Road. I know I said Lakeshore earlier, that is not the right road, but this will take us all the way out to the state park, which is the pier on Lake Michigan. Nice sandy beaches. Beautiful place to go down and play in the water, or ride down and sit by the canal and watch the boats come in and out. My wife and I do that quite a bit. So I think I'm going to shut up a little bit and just kind of let you enjoy the ride and fast forward through the next little bit. So this could get to be a pretty long video if I don't. Now we're almost out to the lake shore. You see all the cars coming in. They're out staying at the beach. I think we're supposed to get some weather later on, so everybody's trying to enjoy their day. Hello. Nice little trail going out the last little bit to the beach, and then we'll jump in the parking lot. Show you what the beach looks like. Slow down the bike some, drop it down to pass level 2 or even 1. Kick it down a couple of gears. That way if there's traffic I don't get anybody flustered. Slide in behind this car. Here we are at Lake Michigan. Well, enjoy the views. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more, and I will catch you later.